Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Akif with Akif CPA, and today we'll be doing one of our client stories. This is a series of our videos where we talk about the leads that we get, normally the issues that our prospect clients are facing, and then what kind of solutions can we provide them, right? So this could be tax, accounting, bookkeeping, consultation, planning, you name it. And then specifically today, we'll be discussing small business leads, right? So this is more geared towards small businesses who are facing multiple years of issues. So without any ado, let's get this started. All right, I'm going to share my screen, so you guys can see what I am seeing. Also see what kind of leads do we normally get. This is straight coming from one of our prospect clients. Let me get this. All right, so let's get this started. All right, so I am looking to hire a CPA to help me and my business get current with the IRS, okay? And to be a long-term client. All right. I have not filed my taxes since 2019. Oh my God. That's a long time. Oh, what happened? Let me try this again. Perfect. Okay. So 2019, not filed. It's crazy. Okay, I had a lady doing my books and filing for me until COVID. So that's about right. She moved to Dash and then I didn't keep up with the filing. Okay. My business came to a halt in March 2020 due to COVID. All right. I was out of business until August 2021. And when things came back, okay. So this person is a W-2 employee. And so has this business too. I have processed all client payments through Square, which is good. Or at least I have record since starting the business in 2021. Okay. I need serious professional help. All right. I am I don't know, of course, this is redacted. I'm hoping to purchase a home in the future. Of course, there's some planning going on, possibly within the next 2 years, depending on the outcome of what I owe. All right. I mean, this is some crazy lead. I mean, 2019. Wow. This is too many years. All right. So let's start. Let's dissect this lead. So what is going on, right? I mean, so first of all, this person hasn't filed since 2019. So that means multiple years of filing. That's number one, right? Tax compliance is the number one issue here. Trying to find where my mouse went. Okay. What happened? Must be all good. In the wrong time. Okay, number one. Number one is tax. This sucks. Okay. All right, so we might have to do without the mouse. We'll just do it with my pad. All right, so number one is tax. Number two is bookkeeping. All right. Bookkeeping, which is just type book. So we have two issues here in this. First of all, taxes have not been filed for so many years. And then number two, which I'm not sure of course, this person is using Square, is the bookkeeping, right? So we don't know exactly how much income. We have no idea in terms of where the books are, the expenses, of any liabilities, right? So So what do we do in this situation when we have multiple years of bookkeeping that needs to be done, multiple years of taxes that need to be filed? How do we even start, and where do we even start, right? So let's pause and let's go back in terms of what can we do to gather information, and what can we do with that information to get to what we need, right? So what is our game plan here? All right, so let's talk about our game plan here. Let me just change the color red. So our game plan number one is to get everything in order in terms of bookkeeping, right? That's number one. This is to get the profit and loss, balance sheet, and of course to have assets and liabilities. That's number one. And once we have the profit and loss, the financials for each year, then we can go with the tax filings, right? To be in compliance with the IRS. That is one of the most important things, right? So if you're not in compliance, then we have issues. It's best to go to them first before they come to you. That's the key here. So how do we start the bookkeeping for multiple years that we've been behind? Where do we start, right? So the number one thing that we have to do is to make sure to gather our tax records. And then what do I mean by tax records? The first thing we got to do is see what the IRS has on the client in the account. See what forms have been filed, right? So this person is using Square, so most likely, a 1099-K would have been filed on this LLC, if there's an LLC, or there's a disregarded entity, also proprietorship. So first, we got to make sure that we can get data from the IRS. We can find out if there are any 1099s issued, if there are any 1099-K, which is a merchant statement issued. That's number one. Number two is to gather bank statements, right? All the way back. That's number two. Bank statements, credit cards, statements, any invoices, any other income, expenses received for all the expenses. And number four, any loan statements, right? This is very important. I mean, this is the base of where we will start working up. So the base is, of course, check the IRS records, number one. Check the bank records, number two. Get the credit card statements, number three. And then, of course, get all the receipts together for any invoices that you had done, any receipts for the expenses that you have paid. And then that's number four. And then number five will be to get any loan statements, right? So let's say, for example, if you have bought a car, a vehicle, we need to get the loan statements for those. How much have you paid? Anything that you have bought on credit card, of course, let's say, for example, anything else, SBA loans, all those we need to get statements together. So this is the base where we will have in order for us to do accounting or bookkeeping to get the financial statements, right? So which is to get profit and loss and balance sheet. That's number one. Once we have the data, once we have the numbers, once we can see how much income or expenses or losses that you had, then we can move towards taxes. So it is a multi-year step, right? So this person hasn't filed from 2019. So we're looking at 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then and then we'll probably even 25 by the time we get to this. So I'm not sure where this, the idea, where are they in terms of records? So first of all, again, this is a multi-year. So we got to go back as farthest as we can, as back as we can, get all the documents together, start doing the accounting, start doing the bookkeeping. That is the key here, right? Put everything in the software. The reason we want to do a software or any other accounting app is because we want to have data in one place. And then I'll tell you, because this is required. When what if the IRS wants to audit you, wants to see all the expenses? You should be able to pull those from the software or from the apps. And then without this, we'll be sweating. We'll be worried because we don't have everything together in one place. So, whenever this is happening, whenever this kind of scenario comes up, we always use a software and app to get our accounting records in one place, to get our transaction records in one place. And then because this is multi-year effort, right? And then we got to make sure that everything is backed up, meaning that all the expenses have receipts, or we can have some kind of documentation where we can prove that these were real expenses, these were genuine expenses. This is a lot of years. That means one by one, we put this together, block by block, and then get a good shape out of it. Right? And then we can work on all the other tests too. Let's say, for example, if you bought equipment, if you bought vehicles, of course we have depreciation. We can take those to reduce your taxable income, but that can come later on. So again, bookkeeping number one. Number two, once we have all the financial data, profit and loss, then taxation. And once we have to file the taxes, of course, if there are any taxes due, then if you cannot pay them, get into a payment plan. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Get in compliance. Getting a payment plan will get you in compliance. It doesn't matter how much you owe. Get a payment plan. In this way, the IRS will not come knocking on your door, will not send you nasty letters. You'll be in compliance. Make sure you make those payments, and then keep yourself in compliance. This is very, very important. Otherwise, they'll be sending you letters after another. So we don't want that. Again, this is bookkeeping and then taxation. So if you guys have any questions, if you are in a similar situation, shoot us an email, info@akifcpa.com, and then we'll be able to help you. We do a lot of QuickBooks cleanup, a lot of catch-up in terms of accounting, bookkeeping, and we can help you get to in compliance with the IRS. We can help you catch up with the accounting too, and then get you rolling for the next year, right? So this is something that we do on day in, day out. We have a very good team on board that helps me and other CPAs in our firm, and then we can get this done for you too. Again, info@akifcpa.com. Send us an email, and we'll be able to help you. Thank you.